The initiation of the great vows. One time, when Shakyamuni Buddha was staying at Vulture Peak in Rajagriha, he was accompanied by a great assembly of great arhats, great bodhisattvas, monks, nuns, laymen, laywomen, and heavenly beings. Shakyamuni Buddha was emitting a radiant and splendid golden light. Ananda, the Buddha's attendant, was in the assembly. Seeing the Buddha's light and how his appearance was more superb than he had ever seen it before, Ananda rose from his seat, respectfully knelt down, and placed his hands together in reverence. Ananda then said that the Buddha had entered the Buddha mindfulness samadhi, was dwelling on the unique Dharma, staying on the practice of a great spiritual teacher, and teaching the supreme way like all Buddhas do to guide all beings to attain supreme, perfect enlightenment. As all the Buddhas of the past, present, and future are mindful of each other, was the Buddha now mindful of Buddhas of the past, of the future, or the Buddhas of the present time in the other directions? Why was the Buddha's appearance so remarkably pure, joyful, and majestic? And his light so magnificent, so wonderful, so rare? The Buddha replied to Ananda that his questions were excellent. They arose from Ananda's great compassion to benefit all beings and would lead to a wonderful teaching. The merits from Ananda's questions surpassed the merits from making offerings to a whole world of arhats and pratyeka Buddhas, and from giving to heavenly beings, humans, and flying and crawling insects over myriad kalpas. Why? In the future, all beings will be liberated from the cycle of birth and death due to Ananda's asking these questions. Shakyamuni Buddha then asked Ananda to listen to him carefully, for he was about to expound the most wondrous profound teaching, a teaching compiled from the highest wisdom of all Buddhas. This teaching will bring true benefit to all. He recounted that incalculable kalpas ago, a Buddha named Lokeshvaraja appeared. He taught for 42 kalpas, explaining the Dharma to vast numbers of heavenly beings and humans. During this time, a king called World Abundant reigned over a prosperous kingdom. Listening to Lokeshvaraja Buddha's teaching, the king was filled with great Dharma joy and gained insight. He then initiated the great Bodhi mind and awakened the aspiration for the supreme, perfect enlightenment that is Buddhahood. Renouncing his kingdom and throne, King World Abundant became a monk named Dharmakara. He practiced the Bodhisattva way. Supremely talented and highly intelligent, Dharmakara persevered courageously and transcended worldly ways. He had unwavering firm belief and determination, and possessed profound understanding. His conduct was peerless, his virtuous cultivation unsurpassed. With his aspiration to help all sentient beings awaken, Dharmakara went to Lokeshvaraja Buddha. After prostrating and while kneeling down, he placed his hands together and began speaking in verse. He started by praising Lokeshvaraja Buddha's subtle, wonderful, and majestic appearance, which is unequaled and unmatched in the world. His infinite light shines throughout the 10 directions, surpassing the brightness of the sun, moon, fire, and mani jewels. Lokeshvaraja Buddha, with one pure Dharma voice, helps all beings regardless of their form or language, to intuitively understand the wonderful Dharma. With a wondrous body, he naturally appears to different beings in different forms according to their needs to benefit them. Continuing, Dharmakara expressed his aspiration to attain a Buddha's pure Dharma voice to expound the profound Buddha Dharma throughout boundless space. He vowed that his wisdom would be as vast and deep as the sea, and his mind would be pure and free of afflictions. He vowed to transcend birth and death, and to attain ultimate enlightenment. With the poisons of greed, anger, and ignorance dispelled, he would end all delusions and faults. He wished to become a great teacher, to be like the Buddhas who liberate living beings from the sufferings of birth, old age, sickness, and death. He would continuously practice the 6 paramitas of giving, precept observation, patience, diligence, meditative concentration, and prajna wisdom. He continued, for those sentient beings who are not yet awakened, I will help them attain awakening. For those who are awakened, I will help them attain Buddhahood. Rather than make offerings to countless Buddhas as numberless as the sands of the Ganges River, he would seek supreme, perfect enlightenment. Dharmakara concluded, I aspire to firmly dwell in samadhi and continuously emanate light to illuminate all. In response to my vows and practice, I will attain a vast, boundless pure land. Wondrous and magnificent beyond comparison. For those beings mired in the 6 paths, I wish that they may be born in my land swiftly to enjoy peace and happiness. I will constantly use compassion to help sentient beings and to liberate countless beings in misery. My practice will be resolute and unwavering. And only the Buddha with his unsurpassed wisdom can affirm and know it. Even when my body is afflicted with myriad sufferings, my vows will never regress. With the verses thus concluded, Dharmakara told Lokeshvaraja Buddha that he aspired to attain Buddhahood and be like a Buddha in every way. He vowed to eradicate all his roots for rebirth in samsara and swiftly attain supreme, perfect enlightenment. His pure land and his name, Amitabha, would be known throughout the 10 directions. Dharmakara vowed that all living beings born in his land, whichever path they are from, would become non-retrogressive bodhisattvas. His land would be wonderful and magnificent, with no cycle of rebirth. He then asked Lokeshvaraja Buddha if he would be able to achieve his aspirations. Lokeshvaraja Buddha replied that just as one can, in time, scoop up all the water in a vast ocean until the bottom can be seen, one will similarly, with unwavering sincerity, diligence, and resolution, surely attain the way. He told Dharmakara that he should know how to cultivate accordingly. Dharmakara respectfully and humbly replied that what he needed to know was profound and beyond his current perception. He then asked Lokeshvaraja Buddha to show him the infinite Buddha lands and teach him. Knowing that Dharmakara was sincere and brilliant, and his aspirations deep and vast, Lokeshvaraja Buddha used extraordinary powers to display and teach about all the Buddha lands. All this took billions of years. After seeing everything that Lokeshvaraja Buddha had shown him, Dharmakara thoroughly contemplated what was good and bad about heavenly and human beings, and what was wonderful and inferior about all the Buddha lands. Single-mindedly and wholeheartedly, he selected what he wanted and formed his great vows. For 5 great kalpas, he sought and explored diligently, persevered respectfully and carefully, and cultivated merits and virtues. Dharmakara then again went to Lokeshvaraja Buddha. After respectfully greeting him, Dharmakara placed his hands together and said he had formed his great vows. Lokeshvaraja Buddha exclaimed, "Excellent! Now it is time for you to proclaim everything. Let the assembly be joyful and also obtain great benefits upon hearing this Dharma. In your pure land, they will cultivate, accept the Dharma and be supported. They will fulfill their infinite, great vow." Dharmakara replied to Lokeshvaraja Buddha, "I entreat the world-honored one. With your great compassion, please listen to and guide me. World-honored one is one of the epithets of a Buddha. Other epithets include thus come one, Tathagata, worthy of offerings, perfectly enlightened one, perfection in wisdom and cultivation, perfected one, knower of the worlds, unsurpassed scholar, great hero, the tamer of beings, teacher of heavenly beings and humankind." Even with his great achievements, Dharmakara stayed humble and respectful. He showed great reverence in acknowledging his teacher, and then humbly requested his teacher to bestow compassion on him, and determine where he was in his practice, and show him how to improve.